Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Sybil, and I am ever so grateful for the time and energy you bring to this experience. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as this helps get the messages through to the collective. And as always, use discernment, as I am not a licensed professional, so take only what resonates and always seek expert advice in medicinal, financial, and legal matters. And I want to begin this reading by just doing some breath work. And it really looks like someone here needs it. So we just soften into the heart and allow the ego to kind of dissipate and soften a bit as well. We enter this chamber of love and compassion and remembrance. It is where the light meets the water, right? The light and the shadow, the breath and the water, where the old self surrenders and true sovereignty rises. So I thank you for being here. This one is, well, I call these, some of these are the little gremlins, right? That come out of the attic. And we have someone here who is excited. Looks like they've had a breakthrough moment, an epiphany, and that they are radiating, right? They are vibrant. But yet we have someone here who is crushed, angry, and aggressive. So I don't know if you've recognized anyone in your energy who is reacting to things impulsively, who maybe needs to take a breath, right? Practice some box breathing. May even feel a little cheeky energy coming through here. It's spirits reminding me to practice compassion, right? Because obviously there is a creative flow here. It's very vibrant, very colorful. I mean, you've got every color of the rainbow just about here, but I feel like whoever this is has been in a state of gratitude, and it may be that gratitude that has brought forth this creativeness, right? This creativity. It may even be a very novel idea that you have where you're bringing a different twist to something old, right? You're bringing in those new colors and really lighting up that area in life, whether it be home, health, finances, things like that. So we will dig in here real quick and see what we come out with in the cards. Let's see what this mad, like this crushed energy, right? Let's crushed, mad, and aggressive here. I just want to get what kind of wounding is being brought out and transmuted. So here we have blockage of the heart chakra. And this will show up as difficulty giving or receiving love. It can be emotional isolation or holding on to resentment. Can leave you feeling disconnected from others and yourself, and may manifest as struggles with forgiveness or a lack of compassion or fear of vulnerability, even in relationships. So that makes sense that spirit was coming in and reminding me of compassion, because this little guy over here is really going through it, through the heart. It's like the bleeding heart, right? That I get. And they're having difficulties really tapping into that compassion themselves. And so it looks like whatever you've come out with, um, the colors that you're sharing is really creating a challenge for someone when it comes to compassion. I feel like there's been a few toes that have been stepped on. Also, true self disconnection. It's like needing to address those places of feeling lost, of being out of touch with your authentic desires, really being disconnected from that true purpose. And it can lead to confusion about your identity, as well as difficulty making choices that align with your core values and passions. So, this is someone who's really feeling the disconnect. It's like you're coming out with your true colors and they are mad about it. It's that bleeding heart that does not want to stop bleeding. It does not want to let go. And it probably is building up some, well, obviously, some resentments, and it's caused a disconnect with themselves, right? With their own true identity and purpose. And it may even be that you have disconnected from this energy yourself, right? Leaving them heartbroken and angry about how you can come out so excited, so vibrant and creative. And you know, why do you, I get this, who are you? Like, who are you to come out with something like this? Like, it's almost got a tinge of jealousy, of envy, of pride. um it's like, I feel like, from this person, whoever this is, you've showed your true colors. They're very insecure about that, very angry. It's like they're showing their true colors now, right? And you're probably grateful that you have released this energy. Mm. It may even be that in releasing that person is what cleared that blockage and allowed you to have this epiphany, right? I really feel like it's not just a new idea, right? It's not just a new creation. It really brings a whole new color, a whole new level, a whole new twist to whatever it is that you are coming out with here. And the gratitude and the vibrancy, just allowing that gratitude to shine forward. It may have even been a long period of time where you yourself felt disconnected from your own purpose, right? You may have even felt heartbroken yourself, right? And now it's like you're having this breakthrough, and that misery which loves company is truly having a very difficult time, and they are feeling very aggressive. I mean, to be crushed and mad and aggressive, aggressive is almost like an action, right? Like they want to take action on this anger. but I mean, I don't even know that they can, because I mean, obviously anything can happen, but I feel the level of vibrancy is very strong protection that is emanating from your aura as well. And whatever actions this person may want to take out of anger, that impulsivity is going to get them in trouble. This is a very risky type energy. And it's like, I feel like they don't know, they don't realize the level of light that is being held. So it's very foolish. But let's get another card here for the aggressive. Okay, there it is. Yeah, they've got a creativity block. Yeah, that aggression, that anger, that heartbreak, that bleeding heart is blocking their creativity. And that can show up as a feeling of stuck, of being uninspired or disconnected from that creative flow. It may manifest as self-doubt, fear of failure, perfectionism, really can prevent you from expressing your ideas freely, and can also stem from a lack of self-trust or unresolved emotional issues that still stifle the ability to create and innovate. So, yeah, they can't even get creatively angry. I mean, you know, I feel like you've had to release this heartbreak, right? This is someone also who is very, like, I get this superiority complex, right? Like, how can you do this? I'm better than you. Like, who are you? You know what I mean? Like, where'd you come from? This may be someone who's been working all their life at being the person that they're being, and then you come forward with something that they haven't really been able to master, not to this level to where they could turn it into something fresh, something new, something vibrant, right? um and they've not been able to find that place of gratitude within themselves. They're still fighting a lot of this identity, right? Like, they're still fighting the draw to go within and remember who they really are, and that they are a being of light, and that that light holds a deep love and compassion that is not judgmental, that it is not condemning. And so it's like they haven't been able to transmute that, and it is now like rife throughout their energy. This could be someone who's very sarcastic, who's very demeaning, whether they show it outwardly or not. Someone, like, I hear unhinged. So someone this unhinged, I feel like they are showing their they're showing their true colors themselves, though it's like you may have let go of this. This is codependency wounds and moral injury, right? It's like you may have come out of a codependent nature, released a lot of codependent characteristics, and now, discovered your own true self. But you've got to understand, it takes two to be in a codependent relationship, right? And this other person is really feeling injured. It's like a moral injury, this success, this epiphany, this breakthrough, this new idea, right? It is so novel that they can't comprehend it, that they actually feel injured, deeply injured. I mean, this moral injury, this is justice. This is, seeking a balance in the scale, seeking justice, and can show up as a deep sense of internal conflict, guilt, and shame resulting from the actions that betray your own values or morals, leading to emotional numbness, confusion, and difficulty trusting yourself. This can create a gap between your inner truth and your actions, resulting in long-term struggle to reconcile what you've done with who you truly are. And, you know, betraying your own moral values, it's like, it's, how do you say, it's like someone who feels justified in coming out aggressively, right? And attacking this creativity, whether it be through their words, their actions, their thoughts, um, things like that, because you're really exposing who they are. Um, Drawing your light away, drawing your true colors away, your essence away from them has left them sitting with their own stuff. And I really feel like it is unhinged, like they are totally out of touch with who they truly are. They're having a lot of difficulty letting go, let alone accepting this new color, and it's really blocking their own creativity and ability to birth things and bring things forward. And it's like they're feeling very outshined by you and your energy, and they're in a victim mindset. um just know that, their projections are their projections. They can cast them wherever they want. Um, but really, they're only showing their true colors to the world, right? You don't have to own the colors that they throw out there, no matter which way they use to do that, right? Um, so we will let that go. Let's see here. There's any other energies. Um, this may be a cyber bully, right? Um, wow. Um, yeah, this may be someone even online who is a bit of a cyber bully, right? They kind of, it's almost like, how do I say? Like secretly watching you behind the scenes, totally crushed. And then it's like they can't believe their eyes. I get this feeling like they really cannot believe their eyes. Ah, I don't know. Like, what do you call those trolls online that, or what do they call them? Trolls and, people that leave rude comments, that make snide remarks, that, they try to trigger others into becoming defensive or into losing their level, right? Losing their balance. And I feel like whoever this is, like they're watching, but they're totally like not believing their eyes. I can't. It could also be cybercrime, fraud, someone who is, say, openly presenting themselves as one thing, and behind the scenes, they are totally something else. And yeah, okay. We're just going to put some of these over here. This stack is going to get a little. So it's someone here putting that there, like that catfish energy, preying on the vulnerability of others. Someone who preys on the vulnerability of others. And I have here affluent, wealthy, upper class. Like they may target those who are affluent. They may target those who, well, they obviously have some insecurities. You may not see yourself as better than, but it's like they see you as better than. They would never admit that, I'm hearing, but it's their own insecurities and disconnection from their true identity. Like they're even concealing their true identity. Um, Fraud. It could be even someone who's presenting themselves as wealthy, as affluent, as an upper class. And deep down inside, they are, I mean, definitely out of touch. Definitely out of touch with their own creative ability. They're out of touch with their own moral sense. Um, totally codependent. They have almost built up this dependency on targeting the vulnerability of others. They may have even built up their wealth through this fraudulent presentation of who they are, and they see you as rival competition. It's like they see that you have tapped into your true identity, that you truly are who you say you are, that you stand and walk and breathe and eat in those higher vibrational, like this moral sense, right? That you are fair and balanced. They just feel so injured by this. It's like you are bringing a real hit or a death to this ego, like egotistical energy. Yeah. Um, got another one from this side of the deck. Need anything? Yeah, they're very angry. They definitely see you as competition. I mean, that could be in love, it could be in business, it could be in fitness and health and mental and emotional health and spirituality. They have really placed you in their mind at on a pedestal, right? Whether they want to admit that or not, their own insecurities are driving them mad, is what I hear. Okay, let's see what else we have here for this aggressive, mad, angry. Okay, it may even be family. It may even be family. I mean, no lie. Um, the ones we trigger first are the ones that are closest to us, and they're usually the very last to actually express that, to actually find that vulnerability within themselves. Yeah, I mean, we have DNA here and we have mental health. So this is definitely causing some mental health issues here. Like Spirit said, Spirit sees them as being completely detached from their authentic, you know, um, true light self. And they're obviously detached from any moral standing. They may have even tried to demoralize you in some way. I mean, that could be through spreading lies and rumors online. That could be on trying to attack your character. They may call you crazy, but they are totally mad that now you're showing your true colors, probably because it proves that everything that they said and did was a lie. And the plot twist is that you're taking out the trash, and they're going to regret, they will regret this. Whatever plans that they have to take, they are going to regret it. Like, there's not really a move that they can make that is not going to end up in regret, because they have lost themselves so completely. Yeah, this may even be someone who has tried to fake an awakened state of being, right? They may have walked the language, talked the language outwardly, and then it's like at some point they're exposed. Part of that true character that they keep behind the screen, right, has been exposed through something that you have done or said or brought out into the open. um it's like you have this new life and they want this new life, and you have taken out the trash, and they probably have had some thoughts about how to get you back silently. It may have to do with cyber crimes. This would be also like hackers, right? Like people who hack into your accounts, right, to try and find whatever it is they see of value. um but it's like your worth is preserved. Whatever they have done to, like, I feel like this is someone who has been obsessively watching you, right, almost to the point of stalking. You may not have even been aware of it, or you may actually have felt the energy coming off of this person, because this anger and aggression is so strong. Ooh, and they may have even tried to silence you, to keep you from speaking by this energy. So when you're around an energy that is so insecure, that is so detached from its own identity, that is um so immoral, it can almost, as you feel that energy, it can like have you second guessing yourself, right? It can have you asking yourself if you are really feeling what you're feeling, if you are really seeing the truth of things. Um, it could have you feeling repelled, right? Where you don't want to be around particular people, places, things that carry this energy. And it may have even been around someone who has a family history of mental illness, right? Of that mental and emotional disconnect. Um, there's not really a whole lot that they're going to be able to do. I feel like justice is going to come into this. It's like someone who, okay, maybe started out with an idea of who they thought you were. And so they thought they would dig around, right? Follow you, stalk you, maybe try to trigger you to bring forward this energy out of you, thinking that maybe you were this type of person, maybe even telling other people that you were this type of person. Um, but now that you're out, they're seeing that they got it wrong. Like the whole plot twist is that they are the person that they've been accusing you to be. Um, wow. So we'll try to move away from that and see what, yeah, I feel like, I mean, this is really a victimhood mindset. This is mental health. Like they're, you know, unhinged. They're unhinged. You may even find out and be learning about some of the deceitful behavior, some of the manipulative behavior. If you haven't already found out about it and learned about it, that might be something that you are discovering, right? Discovering the strategy. Now, I don't say this so that you go digging into the people, places, and things around you looking for the one that is strategizing against you. And the reason that I say that is because there's so much creativity that is coming forward. And I really feel like you have this novel idea and you have this really great way of bringing a new twist to something, right? That is going to bring success. And so it may be that in not digging into this, right, has allowed you to find that novel idea, that new twist. It's like, the Seven of Swords can also be a card of strategy, right? Like he had to really think about how he was going to go take all of these swords. How can I carry as many as I can carry without cutting myself? And he left the Two of Swords behind, right? That Two of Swords can a lot of times be that block, right? That block in direction. Which way do we go with what we know, right? And so it tells me that this person is kind of blindly doing what they're doing as much as they think they know. They really don't know much. But at the same time, you're through your own strategy, right? Through your process, your mental processes, and learning and studying, you may have come upon this epiphany, right? This new idea that has brought about this excitement and this vibrancy and this inspiration. And so, not really getting paranoid, right? And digging into a lot of this stuff frees you up to discover those gems within you and bring them forward. It may also be that this person is learning, right? They're learning through your discovery of who you are, how deceitful and wrong that they have been, right? It can even bring about, it's like this little red teardrop, right? Like, oh shit, I've been found out. you know, that sort of thing. Yeah, you've learned something. You've discovered something, right? Beneath the lies, beneath the deceit, beneath the manipulation, you have found a strategy that you feel comfortable and excited in bringing forward. And this is really going to bring about a new adventure. This is the Knight of Wands. It's moving forward passionately, boldly, bravely, really coming forward into that new life, right? Authentically also. But at the same time, this can also be them on the flip side, right? Being that aggressive, impulsive nature. So, where you may be coming forward calm and in the flow of creation, they're coming through crushed, angry, and aggressive. And that can bring about a very risky and impulsive nature. So, and that Knight of Wands, this is on those codependency wounds. So it could be very passionately upset and driven over this heartbreak and the rival competition. Though what strikes me funny is you've got rival competition here. And in this card, the Knight of Wands is rushing in toward the Page of Pentacles, right? Who has discovered something. So it may be that you are coming into this discovery, right? And if it's them, they're now running from the rival competition that they tried to demoralize, and possibly even bully. It's like running for the hills. It's like that, oh no, I've been found out, and trying to run, right? Trying to go back and discover any tracks, trying to go back and clean up their tracks very quickly before evidence is brought forward, or before more people, see what's really going on. This could actually be someone from the past, right? It's coming back from the past, that rival competition. In one way, it's like coming forward boldly and passionately with this novel, new take on whatever it is that maybe you did something in the past, and now you have found a new way of bringing that forward, right? That brings your color to it. Okay. And passionately coming forward with that discovery. And then you've got, the bleeding heart over here that's trying to rush back in, right? So boundaries, always boundaries. And again, with the Six of Cups, the nostalgia, the DNA card here, this could very well be family saying, oh crap, all this time I've been saying XYZ, and here they come showing ABC. Now everyone's going to see I'm wrong. I've been wrong. How can I come back and save my own reputation? How can I come back and not come out looking demoralized myself, right? How can I come back and be seen as the innocent one, right? The authentic one. Um, wow. Yeah. Just know, if this is something to do with you and someone coming back from your past, if they have a history or a family history of being emotionally and mentally unstable, that they probably are still. And they even may be someone who has been narcissistic, very greedy, very controlling, very obsessive or possessive. Um, this would this gives me the energy of someone who hoards things, right? Um, Obviously hoarding pain, not being able to let go of the disappointment. But at the same time, I feel like, they present themselves as that upper class, right? As that affluent, wealthy, um, upper class type of individual. And somehow something that you are doing, you're exposing that narcissistic, power hungry character within them. And I feel like they're doing everything they can to hide that and keep that from coming through. Um, So really, I mean, I don't always pay attention to these things here at the top, because you've got the Empress, or the Emperor, the Four of Pentacles, and then your Lovers card. So this is like financial contracts that have been made. It may be that they placed a bet on you failing. Um, and they are failing miserably and running for the hills now. Although running for the hills, I'm not so sure, because this is such an aggressive energy that I feel like it's one who wants to take action. It may even be a very impulsive action. So maintaining that place of peace, maintaining those strong boundaries, right? Staying in that spirit of compassion and love, especially for self, nurturing yourself, continuing to nurture the creativity that is coming from within you. Continue to stand in your authenticity, right? To be proud but humble, right? To not allow any of the recognition to kind of go to your head at this time, because this energy is so strong that when we feel it, sometimes it's like we take on the energy that we're feeling, even though it's not ours, even though it's being projected from somewhere around us, right? So, and just stay grounded with all of this excitement, right? I know, like, I feel such a passion and such a drive to bring this through. And I'm so excited for you, because I can really feel that excitement, that bubbling up energy where you just, you feel the joy rising within you, like, and that you can help others with what you have, and you're excited to bring this forward, right? Like, this is your new creation. And a lot of times when we do that, we want others to be as excited as we are. And there's always that one gremlin, right? There's always that one troll on the bridge that says, this, that just ain't having it. That they're just totally losing touch with themselves and who they are. um yeah, this is cutting cords and contracts, probably with family, but I feel like this narcissistic energy is kind of like this card says, like it's a leader who is just inside out, upside down, that has these tendencies of showing up as superior, right? They could have very rigid thinking. They could have they can, well, obviously, I feel like they are totally intolerant to having their own ideas, their own creations challenged. And I feel like you may be bringing that challenge for whoever this is. Um, and they're just having a very difficult time hiding that anymore. It's like you're the straw that breaks the camel's back. And so it's like I see them backtracking, but I see you going forward. And it's like if they can cover their tracks, then no one will be the wiser. But the thing is, you're the high priestess. That you may have even had some intuitive hits on this. This is something I feel like, the high priestess, she knows. She knows. She just chooses not to speak on it, right? It's like seeing the chaos below the surface and saying, yeah, okay, I see you, but not my monkey, not my circus. And so you kind of silently go about doing your own inner work, tapping into who you truly are and that creative flow within you during this time. And probably not even speaking about that, right? Probably not even letting your own cat out of the bag, right? Because something in you tells you that you've got almost this predatory energy that is projecting onto you. And so to keep that new idea, right, clean and pure, you have held it within. I see her heart aglow, right? Like you've kept that connection. That light runs all through her gown. This is her covering. This is what she shows to the world, even though she sits in silence, right? People can see the glow of that light, they can feel it. And you've got this connection to the divine that gives you that knowing. And so I feel like now, yeah, it's possible that you may have known and may have seen and received some intuitional guidance. Probably, yeah, this is the hermit during that time of withdrawal, that time of moving in silence, of going within. I feel like this party here has had its day in the sun, right? But its day in the sun was while you were possibly going through a dark night, right? And so it's like they felt like they were on top because you had withdrawn your energy. And now you're coming out with this bold, fresh energy, right? All these bright, vibrant colors. And it is in their mind, it is outshining them, but it is also illuminating their own um, lack of identity, their own lack of authenticity. And they're just very, very angry about this. It may even be that you sought spiritual guidance, that you are coming out even as that spiritual guide. I mean, you've got the high priestess, the hermit, and the Hierophant. This is someone who has studied themselves and studied that spiritual part of them so well that they've mastered it and can actually come forward and share that with others, and most likely in a very unconventional way. And it's just creating some heat for someone. So we will come in and get a message. What message could we get from Spirit for those going through this? Okay. This is vitality. I am the embodiment of strength and vitality, radiating physical power and vibrant life force. 100%. I mean, you're radiating this vitality at this time, and it's really triggering people. Maintaining that moral standing, right? That moral, it's like you have come to place yourself where you have higher standards now as to the circle that you keep right close to you. So, yeah, I am the embodiment of strength, vitality, radiating physical power, and vibrant life force. Yeah, this is something that you're going to bring into the physical, right? It's something that is going to be brought out into the open. I I'm telling you, I can feel the vibrancy and the excitement and the joy and just the gratitude, right? The sense of freedom, of having finally made it after a very long time of going within, of moving in silence, of studying self, of finding that higher power within you, of learning how to manifest in a more positive way, right? It's not all about saying affirmations or setting intentions and then continuing on in this energy, expecting the best to come toward you, right? There's a time where we learn that, okay, intentions have a place, but there's also a time for action internally, right? Um, yeah, we have here law of attraction. The universe responds to my thoughts and vibrations, aligning me with all that I seek. I am energetically aligned with my divine counterpart, creating a loving, supportive, and transformative union. So, yeah, you're going to be coming in to this divine counterpart. It may be a partner, it doesn't have to be a lover or a marriage. It could be a friendship, it could be someone on your team, right? That you can have in that inner circle who is also in that. um energy. And yeah, this is having, gone in and embraced every part of who I am with love, kindness, and deep appreciation. So, I mean, you really can't make it up. Whoever this is has done a really good job, a lot of self work, and they really have a lot to be proud of and excited for. And I feel like this guy down here, he really needs some of that inner love. So I'm going to put her there, and hopefully some of that will rate, will um, rub off. All right. But I want to thank you all for being here. I'm really excited for the new things that I see coming, and I am so grateful for your energy. So I am now going to return your energy to you, pure and whole, while I receive my energy back, pure and whole, allowing only that which is light to remain. And so it is. And may you go in love, gratitude, and peace.